Alright, so in my last video, I reviewed the S'mores Cup Noodles, and a couple times during that, I said to myself, wow, this powder just looks like they put like Swiss Miss chocolate milk in there with some noodles and called it a day. So I figured, let's try it out. So I've got, grab the actual, called them out by name, so Swiss Miss, and then I put it in this, no sleight of hand here, so I'll show you. I have one that has Swiss Miss in it and one the default noodles, and I'm going to make them both. I'm going to try, I'm going to make it first, come right back, show you a little bit of how that was done. Wish me luck. See which one's better. Alright, so the first thing I needed to do was remove the existing, cocoa powder, whatever it is, and the marshmallow. So I just started dumping it out, put it right here in this bag. And there's still a bunch still in there, kind of shaking it all loose. Wasn't working. Had to be gentle though, I didn't want to break the cup or anything. And a little shake, and the noodles, they came right out too. So that is how much noodles are in a cup noodle. I don't know if that is a lot or a little seemed a little shorter than I was expecting, but there you have it. And then, because I didn't want to contaminate it, I wanted it as pure as possible, time to bust it out some hardware to clear out all the cocoa that might still be in those nooks and crannies for the noodles. So grabbed the duster here for cleaning your desk, and took it outside and just made sure it was as clean as we could get it. And then once I had the clean product ready to go, I put it back in its original case. Didn't bother measuring an exact amount, just took the whole packet, opened it right up, and put it right in. And kind of seemed like it was the same amount of marshmallows that was in there, a little bit more powder looking like, but I mixed it up nice and real good here. So that's what that looks like there. And then this is a fresh, brand new one. A little darker, I think, is what it looked like, but there you go. So this is, on the left is the replacement Swiss Miss, and that's what the cup noodle has. Swiss Miss, cup noodle, and there's both of them. Alright, so we're back, and I have made both noodles here. This is the original, which I'm going to try again first, and again, it made a mess of the cup. The Swiss Miss version, a little cleaner, you can see there. This is a little, kept my whites whiter, and this one's got some grass stains, or whatever you want to call it there. If we're talking in laundry terms, it was a little harder to put the water in the Swiss Miss mixture because I guess it was like a finer powder, and as soon as I poured the water in, it kind of like, it didn't sink down, it kind of like bubbled up almost a little bit, like the surface tension of the water mixed with the Swiss mix. This is kind of hot. Just took it out of the microwave. Ouch. Kind of kept it on the surface so the water wasn't going down, and I couldn't see the fill line. So there might be a little extra water in here, but it's soup, right? You have water in soup. And I should be showing you what that looked like if I hadn't already. Now we're just going to, I got two separate chopstick sets and everything here. We will not contaminate. I want to make sure we know which flavor is the best, if there's really a difference. So gonna mix this. I'm gonna get some mixing sounds for you here. Ooh, it's kind of steaming hot. I don't know if I should let me just mix it here, and then I'm gonna mix the other one too. Yeah, this is noticeably darker, the Swiss Miss version. Oh yeah, there's a little bit more water in here. And I don't know how that works. I mean, it's noticeably heavier, but I mean, it's at the fill line there. At least I thought it was. Maybe taking it out, maybe the noodles are in a position, and me taking it out and putting it back in, like, messed with things. I don't know. Messed with nature here. These are both really hot. I'm gonna let them sit. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't let them sit. You know what? Forget it. I don't think I tried it last time. It was hot. It'll eventually cool off. So here we go. This is just for remembrance sake. The control. This is what the default one tastes like. Same as last time. Starts off a little bit of sweetness. It's kind of like the chocolate, but it's probably the marshmallow bit that has melted into the soup. And yeah, I mean, it tastes the same. But once more to make sure. All right, so there's our campfire s'mores. Locked in. I know what it tastes like. So here's our Swiss Miss version. And yeah, it just looks like, I don't know if it's because of the more of the noodles or how things went. The soup is darker, the noodles are a little darker, and then the I was gonna say, it's not like, the noodles don't seem as like thick or absorbed. I mean, it's still just water noodles, so how different can it be? I don't know. Still kind of hurting my hand here, but let's try it. Blowing on it. They're not the same. So there we go. That's not, I mean, it might be an off-brand chocolatey powder or whatever. Again, I think the cup noodle powder was a little coarser. I don't know what, there's like flavors and stuff in there. The marshmallows might be different consistency or something, but try this again. One more taste and I think I'll have concluded, or have a good idea of what I'm thinking here. Okay, so again, both not gross. I know I just poured hot cocoa into ramen noodles and microwaved it, and oh, so wacky YouTube, am I right? But again, the noodles themselves are kind of unflavored. The default s'mores, besides making a mess out of your cup in your microwave, is a little sweeter. And I don't want to say it's a little slimier, but it's just kind of like, it seems like the marshmallow somehow melts in and coats the noodles. It's got a little sweeter bit to it. This doesn't really taste like chocolate, and I don't think it ever really did. There's a sweetness in the beginning that you might think is the chocolate, but again, I think it's the marshmallow that's getting in there. At no point do I taste graham cracker, anything. So second time around, didn't happen. Now with our replacement one, you can kind of see the water sloshing around in there maybe. See, I might have added a little bit more water here, but it actually tastes more like chocolate, and I don't taste like the initial sweetness that I thought might have been the marshmallow bit. So even though there were marshmallows in the packet, and they have also dissolved, they have disappeared, so they're in here somewhere, but it's not, like, I don't feel like the marshmallows kind of melted and coated the noodles. This actually tastes more like hot chocolate. Like, I taste more of the, like, a chocolate taste to it. And again, with the default ones, I never really tasted chocolate. There was a sweetness, but never was like, oh, that's chocolate. With this one, it does taste like chocolate, but at the cost of having really no marshmallowy taste, and then also no campfire. So, no campfire, no graham cracker. Campfire's right there. But, so, it's different in that, yes, you know, I thought that they just poured this in, and maybe they did, but different brand. But it's not Swiss Miss with marshmallows. That is, you know, tastes a little bit different. So both are their got their pluses and their minuses, their strengths and weaknesses here. The one that you will buy in the store, again, a little sweet, not gross. Doesn't really taste like s'mores. A little sweeter, a little bit more marshmallowy. If you are going to Frankenstein, you know, and do what I did, it'll taste a little bit more like chocolate, but still won't taste like s'mores. So unless you're going to go deluxe and put bits of graham cracker in here and chocolate syrup and the whole 9 yards, I mean, you might as well just throw it out and make your own s'mores at that point, because you're just putting stuff in noodles. But in either case, so it is not exactly like they just swapped out Swiss Miss chocolate hot cocoa mix. Very similar. But here we go. I tested it, so you don't have to. Try it yourself if you would like, and I'll see you next time.